Hi Snooker fans, Curtis Braithwaite here for Dafasnooker.com. I'm with the legend himself, the woe in the London town, Jimmy White, to do a Dafabet Masters preview. Myself and Jimmy will be going through all 8 first round matches, and Jimmy will also be giving his outsider pick for the tournament and his favourite pick for the tournament. So firstly, Jimmy, how are you, pal?
I'm very good, Curtis. Happy New Year to you, son.
Happy New Year to you too, pal. Right, Jim, we'll crack on with things straight away. First round, first match of the morning session on Sunday. You got Mark Selby at 4-9 and Mark Williams at 17-10. How do you see that game unfolding, Jim?
I think the bookmakers have got the price right. You know, even though Mark Williams has had a fantastic season, put himself back in the top 16, won a great tournament against Bin Tao, reinserted himself confidence-wise, knows that he can mix it with the best, so he won't be worried about Mark Selby. But then you have another turn of the coin. Mark Selby, he's one of these players, big event player, has them, you know, pulled out of a couple of tournaments to get ready for the UK Championship, didn't work, so he'll be up on all cylinders firing for this tournament. So you've got to make him the bookie's favourite, and I think they've got the prices right. So I think Mark Selby will win 6-3, 6-4.
No, it's a great shout, Jim. I spoke to Selby recently and he's practicing hard, like you said, preparing well, so he's really up for this.
Well, Mark Selby, you know, he's I'm close to O'Sullivan, and I get on well with everybody, but I work a lot with O'Sullivan, and O'Sullivan knows, you know, that Selby is his nemesis, is his #1 rival, you know, and it's great. It's great to have rivalry in snooker. You know, I had it with me and Steve Davis. You had it with me and Stephen Hendry. You know, and you had it with Steve Davis and Alex Higgins. And then you got Borg and McEnroe in tennis, Djokovic, Nadal, Federer. You know, it's good to have all the top players, you know, who are slightly a level above the rest. You know, no disrespect, but you've got to put Selby, Ronnie O'Sullivan as the top 2 players in the world.
Fully agree. So there you have it, Jimmy's pick for first round match between Selby Williams, Mark Selby at 4-9. Right, Jim, moving on to the evening session of the first day, you got the pistol Mark Allen at 8-13, facing the Belgian bullet Luca Brissell at 5-4. How do you see that game, Jim?
Well, you know, on previous form, you know, bookmakers might have this round the wrong way. But I think they've got it round the right way, because I think Mark Allen is the better player.
Okay.
Mark Allen, for me, is the player that I've picked to be an outside, to be the biggest outsider that can win this championships. He's just due to win one. He's playing so well. Whenever he loses, someone's got to play really well against him, and they seem to do that. And I think Mark Allen is knocking on the door. Look as though won a tournament, you know. But for me, his cue ball is a little bit wild, and I think Mark Allen will win that match.
Yeah, Jimmy second up with Mark Davis yesterday. They both fancy Mark Allen strong at 8-13, guys. So you do well to listen to that, guys. Coming on to the Monday, which is the second day, got an interesting first match. Second day, you got the Dragon Ding Junhui at 4-7, who's had his problems of late with his eyes and his cue problems, which has been noted everywhere. And Ryan Day at 7-5, who won his first ranking event this season in Latvia. So how do you see that one unfolding, Jim?
Just quickly going back to Luca Brissell and his game with Mark Allen. I fancy the same score, Mark Allen 6-3, 6-4, as I do with Mark Selby. Ding Junhui, you know, for me, he's slightly just outside the top 4 players in the world. You know, he's got probably one of the best cue ball control. You know, when he's playing well, he makes the cue ball sing. Not a lot of players can do that. Ronnie O'Sullivan to be one, and he's playing Ryan Day. Now, we know Ryan Day's won a big tournament this year. And a lot of these players think they're playing Ding Junhui, and they think, well, because of his, how can I say, attitude, he sometimes looks like he's sort of given up. And it gives such players such confidence. So Ryan Day will fancy his chances there. But I just fancy Ding will win, because I just fancy Ding is a better snooker player than Ryan Day at the moment, you know. So not because Ryan Day's improving all the time. He's just won the tournament. So I fancy Ding to win 6-2, 6-3.
So there you have it, guys. Jimmy fancies Ding at 4-7 and correct score 6-2, 6-3. Interesting game on the Monday night, Jim, because there's been a lot of pressure on Judd Trump recently. not won any snooker Triple Crown event for the last 7 years, since 2011. He faces Liam Wimbo. Dafabet have it priced at 1-3, Judd Trump, and 23-10 Wimbo. How do you see that one unfolding, Jim?
I think they've got it wrong. I think it's evens each to two, simply because of the pressure side of things.
Yeah.
Judd Trump, you know, being 4-0 up in the World Championship and losing to Roy McLeod 10-8, he hasn't got over that, because all this season, and I'm a big fan of Judd Trump, all this season he's been like, oh, I'm just going to go and enjoy myself, play this game, play that. Yeah. He doesn't mean any of that. He really is lost at the moment, and he needs to regroup. Now the problem he's got is, time-wise, he's playing Liam Wimbo. Now Liam Wimbo used to be his practice partner in the Grove, so they've got thousands of balls out for each other, so they know each other's game inside out. So he won't be concerned about Judd Trump. But Trump, for me, is struggling, and I put that match as evens each to two. But Wimbo has to play on the top of his game. I fancy Wimbo to win that game 6-5.
Jim, can I just comment on that as well? I think you made a great point there, because like you said, them being previous practice partners, and also the last massive game they've had between each other, Wimbo actually won, which was the English Open final,
right,
as you said. So I think you made a good point there. 23-10, some good value, to be fair.
You're absolutely right.